video keep taking on longer and longer. You know, it always take a long time, because you know, for me, this thing is art, a form of art. So you know, when you are doing art, you yourself want to be satisfied as much as possible, and once you feel super satisfied, then you want to make sure that people who see feel as much as satisfied as you are. So make sure that the first is yourself, the second is those who will look at you. So if you're wondering what I'm doing just now, Control R is the loop cut, this one. So let me just control Z. So loop cut is Control R, and then you can see this purple line. This is where do you want to cut it. So I want to cut it here, and then you can pull it. Where do you feel like cutting it? I want it to be same there, so I press it there, then just scale things down, pulling it there. So what I just said just now is about this thing is art. So first thing is to satisfy yourself, so that is what I'm doing. To satisfy your own feeling of how you feel about this is going to take a long time, because you know, you were the one that doing this. To make yourself satisfied with the result is not easy, trust me. It's never is easy. So that's why even if it take quite time, I will make sure that I feel satisfied with this model. Pull it there. Yep, that is good. Okay, so on here, how many minutes this is taking? 3 minutes already. Okay, so we have already finished this thing. So the hair actually almost there, not yet, because as you know, straight here, the straight at the back is not that beautiful, at least not for me. Some character is good when they were having a straight like that, but some we just want it to make a little bit spiky. Spiky? Yeah, I guess spiky. So I will use the knife tool to split this thing into two, and then just extrude stuff out. Knife tool is like one of the most useful tool ever. So as you can see there, so before I proceed into the final step there, I want to clean stuff a bit, like make sure the thickness is thicker than this. So I will select the line tool, and then just select the bring things bit inside inward. So this step is actually do influence how the thing will really look. Because sometimes the character we look the character from the side, so giving it a little bit more thickness make it look better. For the front part, make sure that it doesn't go through into the skin, into the head. But for the top side, if it go through, then it's just normal. Your hair grows from the skin, from inside the skin, so it's normal for them to come out from within the skin, so it's okay. Just that when you were pulling stuff, make sure that it doesn't really destroy the shape that you want. Like if it is a curve, then make sure that it won't be destroyed when you're looking at from the front, because sometimes the thickness can kill it. So that is like the precaution step around there. So for this one, let's start from back here. If things are overlapping, don't really mind that. Even if you were playing games, when you were playing games, I'm sure that sometimes when you can see there itself things overlapping. So overlapping is actually quite normal, so don't really mind that much about that. And mostly when those things are inside, of course it's the best for you to prevent it from happen, but just don't mind much. And at this side, the back here, just want things to be, we want things to be quite thick, but not as thick as this. This is too much. But like I said, things depend. Like this part is going to be shown, people can see it, so I want to pull this thing just quite a bit there, because like I said, it's good if you can prevent it, but if you cannot, then it's not like it's something that quite a major thing, especially when you were doing character like Chibi. It's not something that is going to be look seriously, taken seriously, unless if you were making like the high class movie, like the Avatar and stuff. Those things use like a really high poly texture, and for them to render took like probably forever. So we were not going to do that, so just don't mind that much. And also if you were being paid, probably you want to avoid it as much as possible. You want to deliver the best when people pay you. So it's already been 10 minutes. Let me just take 5 minutes to finish this thing at the bottom. I guess 5 minutes probably enough. Hope so. But knowing myself, probably not. Extra Z key on there. Like if you were watching anime, the hair behind there not all kind of like have the same length. So that is what I'm actually doing here. Like usually the mostly at the back here is longer than the others, and then going to the side they become shorter. Oops. Those kind of feeling. So as you can see, this is pretty much it. There's this thing, alternate amp center, alternate amp center, alternate amp center. Just doing the usual stuff. So I'm not sure what this thing is, but alternate amp center. So as you can see, it already looks spiky there. So from the front it looked like that, which is not good at all. So that's when we were tweaking stuff using the vertices select. I think it's impossible for me to do this under 5 minutes. Knowing myself, I've probably never done anything under 5 minutes. Even if I say so, I would. Okay, I'm not sure. So Control X, that thing is deleting stuff. It seems I accidentally pressed that, and I don't want to press it anymore. You know, sometimes behind here, I could say that it's the best for you to actually make it like random, random length here and there. It doesn't, it's somewhere around there, as you can see here, somewhere around there, but not really exactly there, because sometimes hair doesn't really stay the way, like symmetry and stuff. So sometimes that it helped to make it look better, I guess. At least for me, it's depend on how you feel about it. So yeah, this is basically the character. The hair, we finish it somehow. Sometimes the best for you to tweak from the front view, because most of the time sometimes we are going to look it from the front. So just pull stuff downwards. If you watch anime, you can see that the hair, this part, come down like this. Use that as a reference, and things is going to be looking good. So as you can see, I have finished this part. Is it under 5 minutes? Try to see. Yeah, 7 minutes. Yeah. So I just want to give a little bit of thickness there, and here. So there we go. This is the hair tutorial, but for this character particularly, they are going to have ponytails behind. And one of the wrong things that I did is, oh no, it's correct actually. I thought that this part is actually the what we call the middle part, because I just going to extrude the faces here, just pull things down. So when I see it's flat here, so yeah, actually I did it right. My luck, I guess. So that thing is going to be on another video, because some of you might skip the entire part of this thing. So I'm going to make it another video and name it as Ponytail. Such a cute name, I think. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video.